Yes, respected dear, wonderful Bhaktas, Sadhakas, Jignasos, Shishyas of the Guru Parampara, salutations. Together let us salute the Parabrahma, Shruti Mata, all Guru Parampara and our Ishta Devata, etc. One side the Maya, mind put together, do not allow us to come to spirituality at all. Even when we start coming by virtue of whatever the reasons, by all means of frightening or threatening or tempting or creating doubts, the mind and the Maya tries to take us away from that spirituality. There's no answer to the question, why is it? It is like that. It is we, in our discretion, in our little conscious thinking and maturity, must know what exactly is happening and what exactly has to happen and how to make it happen. What exactly happening is, this is what we told. Some or the other pretext, whether it can be of heaviness or boredom, not possible to me, it's not my bite. The world is so good, I'm happy with that. See, others are enjoying. Who knows whether God is there or not, we will reach or not. For that, so many toughnesses, difficulties we have to go through. These are the ways in which the our own mind goes on, arguing till it defeats us. The defeat of ours is, therefore today no class, or today no upasana, or today no sadhana, or today no smarana of the God, and the whole day only in the worldliness. Some regrets, guilts we have for that. Again we try to be spiritual, again the mind defeats. Those are 100% into the worldliness. For them, the struggle is not there. They are slaves to the mind, totally, 100%. But you and I, those are trying to come out of that dal of samsara through sadhana. We are also not left or spared by this. It is we who have to have the discretion. What is the discretion? Shruti Pramana. The Shastras say about the presence of that lofty goal of Paramatma Anubhuti, whose experience is real, experience of both what we want, the bliss and the liberation. We want liberation from the limitations and miseries. We want the bliss infinite and unconditional. That infinite unconditional bliss, freed from all limitations and miseries, is experienced only in Atma Tattva. That is what Shastras say, Shruti Pramana. And that is what the Gurus say, the Apta Pramana. That is what through all these kathas, the avatars say, that is the Devata Pramana. With the Pramana of that. And also, another logical things we have to tell to the mind is definitely what sadhana I am doing now may be full of pain, maybe toughness, and I may have to sacrifice some comfort, sukha, bhoga, no doubt. But this is what in future is going to save me, protect me. Like whatever auspicious things I have done in this life earlier, whether of Tirtha Yatras, whether of Guru Upasana, now that is helping now in being steady in listening to Shastra. Now this thing while doing so, lot of obstacles come. As we said, because mind, Maya, Prarabdha. In spite of that, when I somehow commit myself to come and sit and do my study and all, this is going to help me tomorrow. When I become immobile, at one place I am there, nobody wants me. That old age though comes to everyone. At that time, what is that holding on to which we sail through all those things? Nothing other than spirituality, which will be by then will be a plant because we are sowing the seeds now. If not toward the fag end of life, in the next life, what's going to fetch us? The beautiful life, divine life is what seeds we are sowing now. So in this way, as per spiritual evolution, for a further better future, today I have to listen to my Shastras, understand them, and definitely do my sadhana of the Vyatreka and Anvaya. इस तरह से the dominating in mind को with the intellect's maturity we have to defeat it and do what our shastras gurus say. not what mind says, not what the Maya says. Maya is saying to us through the world. It goes on showing us this and that benefits and attracts us. So these are the dangers ever there for the sadhaka. He can never say that sadhana will be smoother. Neither sadhana, nor life, nor death. All these are with lots of toughness and difficulties only. And all these again because of ignorance and delusion. Ignorance of the beauty of these paths of dharma and spirituality, delusion of thinking that the easy path of being worldly is the giver of permanent sukha. इसको हमें थोड़ा केवल ज्ञान से विचारणा से ही हमको उनको कॉन्कर करना है. In the conquering of them, when we get convinced that easy, smooth looking the path of worldliness is path for doom and destruction, tough looking path of spirituality, though looks tough, is for evolving us to higher life. This conviction, when comes to us through study or and contemplation, then the difficulties start getting reduced. When we know the Mahima of spirituality and start loving it, then we do that thing easily, effortlessly. How Gurudev worked for 17, 18 hours per day for 42 and a half years because he knew the glory of the work he is doing and he loved it. You understand? So too when we know the Mahima of Adhyatmika Jivana and its glory, when we love it that way, then it becomes less effortful. So too the world and its limitations, when we know through dosha drushti and pratibhaksha bhavana, it becomes easier for us to wean away from the world. The toughness, difficulty in the spirituality, the habitual, easy way of going to the worldliness. Both of them make it difficult for us to come out of the samsara, enter into sadhana. When through the dosha drushti, when we slowly reduce the importance given to the samsara, with the guna drushti, when we start truly loving from the heart spirituality, then giving up this, taking up this becomes relatively easier and better. In that way, every sadhaka independently will have to choose these things and will have to struggle hard within himself, of course, taking the help this way from the good words of Shastras and Gurus. लेकिन सुनना सुन के समझना समझ के अपने आप को बचाना बचाते हुए आध्यात्मिक में आगे ले जाना ये सब हमको ही करना पड़ता है. Yes, we have to. Like after age of 18, 19, 20, the children have to start depending on their own feet. That's how the life has to. Not only that, as he grows, he should take the responsibility of even others wherever he is. At home, responsible family. Society, responsible society. In the office, responsible the whole office. हर जगह उसको लेने का मेच्योरिटी आना चाहिए व्यवहार के एग्जाम स्पिरिचुअलिटी का भी द मेच्योरिटी ऑफ I am responsible for my spiritual growth or my destruction. ये जानकर avoid getting destroyed or involved in those things which get us matured, get us nearer to spiritual goal. So this is how let us help ourselves. Let all the Shastra Jnana heard by us remain with us in that the Tattva Sambandhi Jnana, Tattva Prapti Sambandhi Jnana, Adhikaritva, and all the balances as we discussed now. Every day we are discussing such one thought. In all of them, may we become master, and with that fully paripakva manushya buddhi, let us evolve spiritually. Rest all is just and full, it is meaningless. May we be that way guided, blessed from within and without by the divinity. Let's take up Bhagavata Adhyanam, such a beautiful topic of Shruta Deva doing Stuti of the Lord. And in Adhyatma Ramayana, we'll be seeing Sri Rama's way of ruling the kingdom, and then Rama Sita Samvada regarding he wants to go to Vaikuntha Loka as requested by Devatas and all. This is what we'll see then. Our Kakara Adi Kalika second 200 names we chant. Start. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुने शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो मत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्तिदत्तात्रेय ग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे मातापितृदेवताभ्यो आद्यशङ्कराचार्यादिगुरुभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्तभगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवतानां दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां योगानां च वेदान्तानां च गुरुशिष्यपरम्परायाः देवताभक्तपरम्परायाः पुनरुत्थान समस्त विश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगतिद्वारा विश्वशांति विश्वकल्याण विश्व एकता विश्वसामरस्य विश्वपुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थमस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये निष्ठित अस्माकं सहित समस्त कंकणबद्ध साधक भक्त सेवकानां सदा सर्वदा आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्य विजयादि सत्संपदा साधना सानुकूलता शक्ति प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूल द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशमस्कन्धस्य उत्तरार्धस्य पारायणमध्यनमयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओं श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः निरोधस्यानुशेन महात्मनः सह शक्तिभिः उत्तरार्धः षडशीतितमोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुकवाच श्री श्रुतदेव उवाच। Chant श्रुतदेव 44 onwards. नाद्यनो दर्शनं प्राप्तः परं परमपूरुषः यर्हीदं शक्तिभिः सृष्ट्वा प्रविष्टो ह्यात्मसत्त्वया यथा शयानः पुरुषः मनसैवात्ममायया सृष्ट्वा लोकं परं स्वाप्नम् अनुविश्यावभासते शृण्वतां गदतां शश्वत् अर्चतां त्वाभिवन्दतां नृणां संवदतामन्तर्हृदि भास्यमलात्मनां हृदि स्थोप्यतु अतिदूरस्थः कर्म विक्षिप्तचेतसाम् आत्मशक्तिभिरग्राह्यः अग्राह्योऽपि अन्ति उपेत गुणात्मनाम नमोऽस्तु तेऽध्यात्मविदां परात्मने ह्यनात्मने स्वात्मविभक्तमृत्यवे सकारणाकारणलिङ्गमीयुषे स्वमायया संवृतरुद्धदृष्टये सत्वं शाधिस्वभृत्याननः किं देव करवामहे एतदन्तो नृणां क्लेशः यद्भवानक्षिगोचरः। श्रीशुक उवाच तदुक्तमित्युपाकर्ण्य भगवान् प्रणतार्तिः गृहीत्वा पाणिना पाणिं प्रहसन्स्तमुवाचः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ब्रह्मंस्तेऽनुग्रहार्थाय सम्प्राप्तान् विद्यमून्मुनीन् संचरन्ति मया लोकान् पुनन्तः पादरेणुभिः देवाः क्षेत्राणि तीर्थानि दर्शनस्पर्शनार्चनैः शनैः पुनन्ति कालेन तदप्यर्हतमेक्षया ब्राह्मणो जन्मना श्रेयान् सर्वेषां प्राणिनामिह तपसा विद्यया तुष्ट्या किमु मत्कळया युतः न ब्राह्मण्यान् न ब्राह्मणान् वेदयितं रूपमेतच्चतुर्भुजं सर्वमेतमयो विप्रः सर्वदेवमयो हि अहं दुष्प्रज्ञा अविदित्वैवम् अवजानन्त्यसूयवः गुरुं मां विप्रमात्मानम् अर्चादाविज्य दृष्टयः चराचरमिदं विश्वं भावाये चास्य हेतवः मद्रूपाणीति चेतसि आदत्ते विप्रो मदीक्षया तस्माद् ब्रह्म ऋषीनेतान् ब्रह्मन्मच्छ्रद्धयार्चया एवं चेदर्चितोऽस्म्यद्धा नान्यथा भूरिभूतिभिः श्रीशुक उवाच स इत्थं प्रभुरादिष्टः सः कृष्णान् द्विजोत्तमान् आराध्यैकात्मभावेन मैथिलश्चापसद्गतिम् एवं स्वभक्तयोः राजन् भगवान् भक्तभक्तिमान् उषित्वादिश्य सन्मार्गं पुनर्द्वारवतीमगात् ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे उत्तरार्धे बहुलाश्वश्रुतदेवानुग्रहो नाम षडशीतितमोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूता शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यासा शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम। ओम श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ओम मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृहातम संवन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः अथ पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामा मुञ्चत कर्हिचित्। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः उत्तरार्धः अथ षडशीतितमोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच श्रुतदेव उवाच। So beautiful, only 6 shlokas, great guidance from Shrutadeva's stuti to the Lord we are learning. In the first shloka 44, what he said was, it is not that now we had your darshana, rather it is when you having created the world and entered into it, that time only you gave darshana. But at that time or even now, those who are not tuning to you had never your darshana. Those who tune to you, they have already had darshana. And from then onwards till now, whoever are tuning, they are keeping on having darshana given by you. So, na adyano darshanam praptaha param paramapurushaha yarhi idam shaktibhi sruštva pravishto hi atma sattaya. So, in this way, for our faculties to be in a catchable form, the Lord alone is appearing in the form of the entire universe. In this way, when we see the whole universe as Bhagavan's Rupa only, Vishwa is Bhagavan's Rupa, as a consequence of it, from the heart, from the mind, when all the non-positive klesha yukta vrittis are removed, means the heart is made purified. In that pure heart, few thought sentences of Mahavakyas of the Upanishad, enough for the Guru to teach to such qualified student. He just transcends all the outer upadhi of Rupanama, inner upadhi of three avasthas or five koshas. He just will experience his essential self, which is the Lord all pervading. That is always available to anyone. This way to have Bhagavan's the Swarupa Darshana, Atma Darshana, Sarva Vyapaka Brahma Darshana. So Bhagavan physically there appeared in front of Shrutadeva, but he is talking to the Lord and all in the language of The big Upanishads like that of Taittiriya, Mandukya, ityadi. Yarihi idam shaktivihi सृष्ट्वा प्रविष्टो हि आत्मसात्तया न अद्यनः दर्शनं प्राप्तः. That time only you gave us the darshanam. In other deeper Vedantic way means what? The real darshanam anubhuti of the Lord is when we see the Lord immanently permeating the whole world, expressing the third world, every world as every individual, and transcending to the both the Jiva Jagadishvara. In that way also, when we recognize the Lord, then we have completely had darshan of Bhagavan. It is a complete correct darshana, after which no doubt, no ignorance remains. Else our understanding is only a partial one. So beyond everything, Bhagavan is there in the form of transcendental Brahman. He alone is there as the entire Jagat. He alone is there as the supervisor of the Jagat. He alone is there within the Jagat through the Upadhis, expressing as every living being or non-living thing. सो हर एक व्यष्टि के रूप में भगवान को पहचानना, समष्टि के रूप में भगवान को पहचानना, ईश्वर के रूप में भगवान को पहचानना, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि के रूप में भगवान को पहचानना. सर्वम खलुइदं ब्रह्मा. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज complete experience of God. This is what is said by Lord only in 7th chapter Gita toward the end, to which Arjuna asked question in the 8th chapter beginning. Bhagavan gives answer. साधि भूतादि दैवं मां साधि यज्ञं च ये विदुः प्रयाण कालेपि च मां ते विदुर्युक्त चेतसः. Then Arjuna asked in the 8th chapter, what is the meaning of knowing you completely, which you mentioned in the last chapter toward the end, in which 7 topics you discussed. किम तद ब्रह्मा किम अध्यात्मम किम कर्मम पुरुषोत्तम अधिभूतं च किम प्रोक्तम अधिदैवम किमुच्यते अधियज्ञः कथम कोत्र देहेस्मिन् मधुसूदन प्रयाण काले च कथम ज्ञेयोऽसि नियतात्मनि. So Bhagavan gives answer. Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavo Adhyatmam Uchyate Bhuta Bhavodbhavakarah Visargah Karma Sangnitaha Adibhutam Ksharo Bhavaha Purushascha Adidaivatam Adiyagnaha Ahamevatra Dehe Dehavritam Vara. 6 questions, 6 answers. 7th one, Antakale cha mameva smaran Mukta Kalebram Yaprayati Samadbhavam Yati Nasti Atra Samshayaha. So the 7 things there. ब्रह्म रूप में, आध्यात्मिक रूप में, अधिदैविक रूप में, देन कर्म के रूप में, प्रयाण काल के रूप में, देन अधिदैवम, then all these 6-7 forms Bhagavan has to be recognized. In Gita, in the again 13th chapter, 18 it is said, Upadrashta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwaraha, Paramatma. So these are all technical words having beautiful meanings, telling us this is how the Lord is known in his completeness. Same thing here we are seeing as Parabrahma, as the Ishvara, as the Kana Kana Vyapta in the Jagata, also as individual, every Upadhi ka dwara expressing individual ke roop mein. All the 4 ways we have to see Paramatma. So this is how we can understand this first shloka. Second one we saw the 5 sadhanas are told. When that is done, Antakarna becomes Shuddha. Shuddha Antakarna is not only no more an abstraction, but is the means for seeing the Lord, experiencing the Lord who is beyond that Antakarna. Yesterday we have spent the whole day in studying these 5 sadhanas, which are there. Before that, he gave a beautiful example. Yata Shayana Purushaha Manasa Eva Atmamaya Sushva Lokam Param Swapnam. Now, the last sentence is the one which we just spared for today. Yesterday we did not explain in detail. Today we will say. It is at Anavishya Avabhasate. Is it not? The waker only, forgetting himself as if in the dream, with his own mind, having projecting the whole world, he himself entering into the dream world, avabhasate, appearing as very lively dream world of so many experiences, happenings. Remember, not only the dream experiencing dreamer, but in the dream world, whoever are the corresponding other beings are there, things are there related to the dreamer experience. All of them are the waking mind only. In that way, projecting the world of idam and the world of aham, and the aham is interacting with the world. In that way, when the drama happens, then only there is validity to the dream to happen there. In the dream, if the dreamer knows that he as well as the dreaming world, dreamt world, all the things beings are one and one without second, he is no more in the dream. That's called waking plane. In the same way, as long as I am separate from the world, attitude is there, so long I am is long dream of waking world. But when I recognize in me, in the world, same Paramatma is there, I awaken from this long dream into the experience of Paramatma. That's what is said in this 45th exam shloka through Shayana Purusha. So the Paramatma himself, for the time being, covering his essential Nirguna Nirakara Brahma Swarupa with the Mayas Trigunas, himself has projected the world, and into the every of the world he only enters. That's called Tatrushva Tadeva Anupravishatu. In that Pravesha, Satcha, Tyacha, Niruktam, Aniruktam, Nilayam, Alinam, and all he only became. Today and tomorrow, day after, we'll see, even in our Aitreya Upanishad, having Bhagavan Saikshate Menu Lokanu Sujayiti, then in that created world, into the, as the Lokapalakas, as the Anna, as the Ayatana to stay, all of that Kerupame Bhagavan only is entering. Not having this knowledge of Lord substratum, we are seeing the different things and saying they are different from each other. They are structurally different, they are name wise different, they are functionally different. But what is there is one only. Like structurally, functionally, name wise, this is pot. Structurally, functionally, name wise, this is a lamp. Structurally, functionally, name wise, it is different a gamla. Correct. You can't do this work with this work with this. Right? You can't put a lamp in the pot. Now you can put a paudha in the lamp. But then, in the form of a pot with all its structure and name, as a lamp, as gamla, is not one matti only is there. Any number of pots you make with any of the shapes, sizes, in any of the designs, so too gamla. छोटा है, बड़ा है, मिडिल साइज का है, रेक्टेंगुलर है, स्क्वायर, आप कुछ भी बनाओ, सब में कॉमन वन परमात्मा. Same way, the world we may see in the form of the space ityadi Panchamahabhutas. And within the space, out of Panchamahabhuta made, the whole worlds of so many forms, names you may see. You may see activeness in them, inertia in them, dynamism in them, or the dynamism, the Sattva Guna, the knowledge aspect. Every one of them are expression of one Paramatma only. That is what is the meaning of this 45th shloka. Okay. Then we saw the 5 sadhanas. What are they? Shrunvatam. Listen to Paramatma's Nirguna and Saguna Rupa. Gadatam. Talk about Paramatma's Nirguna Saguna. Then Archatam. To that Saguna Sakara, do the Archana through Shodashapsara Pujadi to the Nirguna Nirakara in trying to identify with him. Do the Archana. Abhivandatam, surrender yourself by doing the Abhivandana to both सगुण साकार को सारे उपाधियों को समर्पण करना, निर्गुण निराकार को अपना चिदाभास को समर्पण करना. That's called as Abhivandatam. Yesterday we saw exhaustively, so I'm not touching it today. Then Samvadatam. Finally, Samvadam is talking to each other about this or talk to the Paramatma himself. Okay, Samvadatam. Samyak Vadatam. The difference between Gadatam and Samvadatam is, in Gadatam is in the form of doing the bhajana, kirtana, when we are with ourselves. Samvadatam is when the public are there, people are there. Even if one person there other than you in front, or a group are there, or a mic is given, there doing elaborately the description about the Lord is called Samvadatam. When these 5 sadhanas are done, Shunvatam, Gadatam, Archatam, Abhivandatam, Samvadatam, what will happen? Amalatmanam, their antakarana becomes malarahita. Mala of the Ashraddha in God, Mala of Tamorajo, all that goes away. When the heart becomes freed that way from all the Mala, Hrudi, Antarhrudi, Bhasi. Already you are there in the Hridaya Antarala, you will be revealing yourself to that sadhaka as his own self. See our Shrutha Deva, how deep he is in study of Shastras, contemplation, how deep he is in meditation, how deep he is in the recognition of Paramatma as staying in his own heart as his own self. Majadar. Excellent shlokas these are. Done. Now we go to the new shloka today. Very, very important ones. Quickly only we browse through. Very, very essential. कि हृदिस्थोऽपि अतिदूरस्थः कर्मविक्षिप्तचेतसाम् आत्मशक्तिभिः अग्राह्यः अपि अन्ति उपेतगुणात्मनाम्. So, this is again another revelation, so specifically clearly put towards the end of this. Dashama Skandha, through the mouth of Shrutadeva, is a Jnani. Two things. Who is not able to see God? Who can see God? Who cannot see is Hrudistaha Abhi. Even though the Lord is in the Hridaya of everyone, but Atidurastaha still is far, 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 far away. For whom karma vikshipta chetasam. See? That chetaha, which is vikshipta, means kshipta and vikshipta bhumika mein hai because of karma. Here karma vikshipta chetasa is karma vasanas, from that the birth of the desires, and to fulfill the desire with the karmendriyas, jnanendriyas, even antakarana and prana shakti is working in the world outside with all variety of instruments of names and forms. There that chitta is called as vikshipta because of karma. Karma vikshipta chetaha. So the chetas is not ekagra, not sthira, not shuddha. It is made agitated by inner vasanas and desires and outer karmas, karmaphala and bhoga of it. For such people, how far is the Lord is? Millions of even lives. Because the Lord is in the heart, He is not focusing on the heart. In the heart, from the heart, the desires that are coming vasanas, pushed by them, forced by them, is only vikshipta, bhagi raha hai, daudi raha hai in the karma of variety types for getting his desires fulfilled through karma phala. Yatantobi akrutatmanah nainam pashyanti achetasaha. What is said in 15th chapter. Then in Ishavasya, what is said? Durastam chantike chatatu. In Gita, it is 13th chapter. Here, तदेजति तन्नैजति तद्दूरे तदु अंतिके तदंतरस्य सर्वस्य तदु सर्वस्यास्य बाह्यतः. ईशावास्य दूरस्थम चांदिके च तत्. 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. In every of the Upanishads we are told, है ना, श्रवणायापि बहुभिर्नो नलभ्यः शृण्वन्तोपि, all that slokas in Katha, in even Mundaka very spashta रूप से प्लवाहेते अदुड़ा यज्ञ रूपा, all of that. Duramete viparite vishuchi avidyayata vijay, these are all so many shastras talk about the Paramatma being far away from availability for those who chitta is karma vikshipta. कर्म का सेट के द्वारा जिसका मन विक्षिप्त हो गया. What are the ingredients in the set of karma? Vasanas. Unmanifest they are called. When they manifest at the level of intellect, they manifest as the desires. Convinced desires. कुछ भी करे, I have to get it. Same thing at the level of the mind, thoughts, plannings, emotions. And the desire expresses in the form of, at the level of the body as action. Karmendriya prana. Through the action done, some karma phala comes. Through the jnanendriyas, again the ahamvritti, the bhoga of that is done. By the time the bhoga of that is over, again another vasana say, another desire comes, again we are. like that 20 minutes of eating food, how one by one morsel of chapati or the rice with dal or sabji we eat. एक हो गया तो दूसरा हो गया तो तीसरा हो गया ना, खाना खत्म होने तक वो करते हैं, उसके बाद पान भी खाएंगे, उसके बाद चलो चलो चाय हो जाए बोलते हैं. Like this example, throughout the day and throughout the life and throughout many lives, our chitta is vikshipta because of these things. Therefore, even though Bhagavan is very much in our heart, he is not found. Hristopi atiduraha karma vikshipta chetasam. Clear? Hristopi atidurasthaha karma vikshipta chetasam. Okay. Then the next one, Atma Shakti vihi agrahya. Little subtle point it is. Ki Atma here is mind. Atma Shakti is the projecting ability of the mind of thoughts. Because of this web of the thoughts, which are continuously thrown out by the mind, that self who is beyond that antakarana, all the panchakoshas, is agrahya. No, we are not able to grasp him. Understanding be, transcending the mind be, experiencing him to be the self also. These three we are not able to do. Atma Shakti Mihi Agrahya. Atma is Antakarana or the mana. The Shakti of it is ability to continuously project the vrittis depending on what we have the karma samskaras. So from this the problem is told, so sadhana also is told. Therefore never become vikshipta with the karma. ऊपर के लाइन में. दूसरे में क्या है? Be careful about the Atma Shaktis called as the vrittis. Minimize them. About the whole world. Atma Shakti bhi agrahya. Because of the mind and its ability of continuously having the thoughts of either sattva or rajatama. Rajatama become totally obstructing. Sattva guna vrittis can help us in gaining siddhanta jnana. But that also is not experience of the self. Self experience is beyond that. Nayamatma pravachanena medaya bahunashratena labhyaha. Today we studied exhaustively in our Telugu Mundaka class. हो गया. सो हृदिस्थोपि अति दूरस्थः नृणाम विक्षिप्त चेतसाम आत्मशक्ति भी अग्राह्यः. But same Lord Anti is so close as much as it is his own self. To whom? Upeta gunatmanam. Upeta gunatmana means those whose antakarana got the guna. So the earlier gunas and this also gunas said. Earlier the gunas were the ones because of which we were not able to do the grahanam or acceptance or understanding of the self. At that case, what must be the gunas? Obviously, Rajo Tamo. So here, those whose antakarana has become gunayukta, for them, Paramatma is experienced as very close his own self. Here the guna means the sattva guna, then Shastra Shravana natured guna, देन मनन चिंतन गुण, ये सारा मन जिसमें ऐसे गुण हैं उनको भगवान अपने अंदर अपने आप के रूप में अनुभवे आते हैं. Api means even though this is so, anti upeta guna atmanam. Those who have qualified their antakarana, for them the Lord is in his own self. Antakarana's qualification is no bahirmukha, only antarmukha. No stula, only sukshma. No rajotamo, only sattva guna. No any ashuddhi, only shuddha. No worldly thoughts in it, only paramatma sambandhi vrittis by listening from the Guru and continuous study of Shastra. In this way, who makes his Atma Gunapeta, Gunayukta, qualified for the truth, to him Anti, very closely Paramatma is experienced. How closely? Ki he is me, I am him. Nice, isn't it? सिंपल वर्ड्स में श्रुतदेव के मुखारविंद से हम साधना देवर क्या करना है बाहर, उसका नतीजा क्या देखना है अंदर, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अंतःकरण शुद्धि एंड all processes involving experience of the self, they are being done meticulously, effortlessly, joyfully. हृदिस्थोप्यति दूरस्थः नृणां विक्षिप्त चेतसाम आत्मशक्तिभिः अग्राह्यः अभि अन्ति उपेत गुणात्मनाम. उपेत गुणों के लिए तो अपने आप में अपने के रूप में बहुत क्लोज में भगवान एक्सपीरियंस में आते हैं. एंड दोज आर चेतस इज विक्षिप्त बिकॉज ऑफ कर्मा. फॉर हिम दो द लॉर्ड इज इन द हार्ट इज फार अवे in time even for millions of lives. And during that period, though in the heart, why Paramatma is not obtained? Atma Shakti Vihi Agrahya. Atma Shakti are vrittis. Therefore, in Yoga Darshanam, the vrittis are Samadhi. In Vedanta, by Shri Bhava, the vasanas are exhausted, by which, because of the vasana, the mind was agitating in the form of millions of thoughts. Slowly, 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 it becomes quiet. In the spirituality, quiet mind is no mind. When the mind becomes free from all thoughts, it doesn't remain. In the pure consciousness, dichotomization of the thought as idam and aham alone is the mind. When the mind loses its thoughts, it's no more mind. Chitta becomes chit. है ना. विषय विषयी संबंध मन से निकाल दो तो मन ही आत्म चैतन्य के रूप में भासता है. टिल दैट टाइम व्हेन द aham idam is going on in the mana, Paramatma is not seen. That is called as Atma Shakti Vihi Agrahya. Because of the mind's Shaktis of projection, though the self is there, is not able to be grasped by us. Therefore, Atma Shakti, जिसको मनोवृत्तियां कहते हैं, उनको either through bhakti surrender, through the yoga samadhi, through the vedanta sakshi bhava, उसका निरोध कर दो. Then it will be grahya. The Paramatma, first it will be grahya in the class while listening. Second, it is grahya in intellectual understanding when you do mananam. Then it is grahya as our own self experience when we go into nididhyasana or meditation. Another beautiful sloka we have seen. Now, last two slokas where again Shrutha Devas Mukharavind se Ati Adbhuta Vaktavya is coming. He says, Namaha Astute. Namaha Astute. Te Namaha Astu. Salutations to you, Lord Krishna. Who are you? Adhyatma Vidam Paratmane. Adi Atmavit. So those who are thoroughly understanding the Atma Vidya, for them you reveal as their own self inside. Para Atma. अपरा आत्मास आर अन्नमय प्राणमय मनोमय विज्ञानमय आनंदमय. पर आत्मा इज इनके भीतर रहने वाला सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म. So in that way, for the Adhyatma Vedas, you come to as an experience. So Adhyatma Vida means those who are following the Adhyatma Jivana, spiritual life. For them, you are experiencing a Paratma. So therefore, who is Krishna for you and me who are studying Upanishads this morning? The Krishna is none but our own Parabrahma in our own heart beyond the Panchakoshas. So Adhyatma Vidam Paratmane Te Namaha. Second interesting one, Anatmane. So Atma Vibhakta Mrutyave. So Anatmane means the one who considers the Anatma Dehadi Upadhis as Atma. To such person, who are you? So Atma Vibhakta Mrutyave. So Atma means from your own self. Vibhakta. Vibhakta means here distribution. Mrutyave means giver of the death. So you are the giver of the death to those who consider the Anatma Dehadi Upadhi as the Atma or the self. देहादि अनात्माओं को आत्मा मानने वालों को मृत्यु देने वाले, अध्यात्म विद्या के द्वारा अत्यंत अंतर्मुख बनने के वालों को आत्म रूप में अनुभव देने वाले, है ना. अध्यात्म विदाम परात्मने. देन सो आत्म विभक्त मृत्युवे अनात्मने. अनात्मन मीन्स दोज हू टेक अनात्मा एज आत्मा. देहादि उपाधियों को आत्मा मानने वालों को उन उपाधियों को मारते हो तो उनको लगता है वो मरने से खुद ही मर रहे, देवोर आप उनको मृत्यु दे रहे हो. ऐसे भगवान इज नॉट गिविंग मृत्यु, ही इज गिविंग मृत्यु टू द ऑब्वियसली मृत्यु को डिजर्व करने वाले उपाधि. बट दिस फेलो अनात्मा को उपाधियों को आत्मा रूप में मान रहा है ना, इसलिए उसको लग रहा है उसको भगवान मृत्यु दे. So Bhagavan gives mrityu to those who identify with Anatma as Atma. Bhagavan reveals himself to those who through the Adhyatma Vidya become Antarmukhi. तो हो गया ना. Adhyatma Viratmane, Swatma Vivakta Murtive Anatmane. Then Sakarana, Akarana, Lingam Iyushe. So, Sakarana, Akarana, Lingam Iyushe. So, Sakarana means, as per our Yoga Darshana morning class, Vishesha, Avishesha, Lingamatra. These are called Sakarana. Akarana is naturally Alinga. Alinga is Pradhana. Lingamatra is Mahatattva. Avishesha is the 5 Tanmatras and 1 Asmita. The Vishesha are 5 Jnanendriya, 5 Karmendriya, 5 Antakarna. No, 5 Jnana Karmendriya and 5 Mahabhutas and 1 Manaha. Same thing here said in this language. Sakarana, Akarana, Lingam, Iyushe. The one who has the Chihna Linga of these things for us to recognize. Okay, Sakarana, Akarana, Lingam, Iyushe. Linga means Chihna. To recognize you, you work through them. You express through them for our recognition. And the last one is Swamaya. You have using your own Maya by which you are creating the whole world. Yet Swamaya Asamvrta Ruddha Drushtaye. Your drishti of your own essential self is not hidden by you using the Maya, which happens to the others. ओके हम जैसे लोगों का माया के कारण दृष्टि वृद्ध समृद्ध हो गई, कवर्ड हो गई, therefore we are not able to recognize परमात्मा. तो ऑर्डिनरी मनुष्यों के लिए माया के कारण आपका दर्शन जैसा नहीं होता. आपको आप अपने माया को यूज करके सृष्टि स्थिति लय करने के टाइम वो माया आपके नजर को ढकेगा नहीं आपके आप से. सो यू आर अवेयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ ऑल द टाइम. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सो माया असमृत रुद्ध दृष्टये. Asamvrta means for you, not covered. Ruddha is the covered for the Ajnanis. Drishti means the one who has got vision not covered by Maya. भगवान को माया अपने वश में नहीं करती, भगवान के वश में रहती है. दासोह Maya Dakshina Prakriti Suyat. In our case, Maya overpowers us, makes us its slave, and what it shows, that alone we see. Beyond that, we are not able to see the Paramatma ko. Clear? Now, having this way beautifully said, in the last, again another nectarine shloka, Shrutha Devaji. Praise to the Lord to guide. What guidance to be given to such fellows who are of such a highest order of knowledge and all. Tadastu बोलना है बस. May the ज्ञान become अनुभव to you. इससे और क्या कर सकते हैं भगवान? जरूरत भी नहीं है. So much परिपक्वता. We have seen even Bahulashwas, we have Stuti of the Lord also, filled with all Tattva Jnanam. Here also we have seen. In the last sloka he says, Sattvam Shadhi Svabhrutyanah Kim Deva Karavamahe Etadanto Nrunam Kleshaha Yad Bhavan Akshigocharaha. Hey Deva, Sahastvam, such you who are described by all the above ways. निर्गुण निराकार के रूप में, सगुण साकार के रूप में, अवतार के रूप में, ईश्वर के रूप में, स्वामी के रूप में. Such you, Sahatvam, Swabhrutyan Naha Shadhi. We who are your absolute servants. Swabhrutyan Naha to us Shadhi. Give us the instructions. Kim Karavamahe He Deva. What we have to do? O Lord, please give us an order. We will do that. Then the next line of Shrutadeva is Etad Antaha Nunam Kleshaha. Nunam for human beings, the Klesha, the difficulties ka Etad Antaha. This is the end point. Beyond this, there are no Kleshas. What is it? Yad Bhavan Akshigocharaha. That you are in front of our eyes to be seen. Here, story wise, he says, you have given us darshana. With our eyes, we are able to see you. How can there be any klesha difficulties to us? Because you come and give us darshana, with that only all kleshas you take away. Vedantic way, the meaning is what? Akshigochara means with all the indriyas. Whatever is perceived, when all of that is accepted as, understood and accepted as Paramatma alone, to that person in his heart, no kleshas will be there. Here the klesha, if you take it as technical word, in the avidya, kama, karma, these are the kleshas according to Vedanta. According to Yoga Darshana, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, these are the 5 kleshas. The kleshas are the ones which creating the vyavahara as samsara and never allowing us to go beyond vyavahara samsara to see the sara rupi paramatma. When the kleshas are not there, vyavahara remains no samsara, and that vyavahara never obstructs the seeing of the reality or the truth behind. So, hey Bhagavan, when we have your darshana, it is enough for us to be freed from the yogic 5 kleshas, avidya, raga, dvesha, vinivesha, or Vedantic 5 kleshas of avidya, kama, karma. Same. This is called as Hridaya Granthi here. So, एतदंतो नृणां क्लेशः यद्भवान् अक्षिगोचरः. तो जब तक आप आंखों से दर्शन देते हो तब तक ही क्लेश रहते हैं. एक बार आपका दर्शन हो गया, अभी क्लेशों का चांस नहीं. In the mind, kleshas are the samskaras in our chitta which keep on influencing the vrittis, again which also come from samskara, or vrittis formed in the mind because of the perception of the world through our senses faculties. Like I has seen an ice cream. It's a vritti formation. But immediately the klesha comes and says, Chichi, I hate that. So the desha klesha twisted that ice cream. Vritti. और ऐसे वंडरफुल लवली 10 खरीद के मैं कोई खाता हूँ, इसको नहीं दूंगा या सबको बांट दूंगा. So only the vritti was there of the ice cream or anything, but the kleshas have affected. Raga dvesh के example है हमने. So that is why vrittaya, panchataya, klishta, aklishta. In the beginning, aklishta vrittis never cause of samsara. They are required for vyavahara. The klishta vrittis are the ones which destroy our whole perception. That's why samadhi bhavanartha klesha tanukaranarthascha we have to do tapasvadhyaya ishvara pranidhana rupi kriya yoga. Nowadays we are studying in our morning yoga darshanam class. So sattvam shadi Svabhrutyana naha. We are your Bhrutya, O Lord, instruct us. Kim karavamehe deva. O Lord, what we have to do. And having your Akshigocharatvam, having your darshan with eyes, end of all the kleshas. So by this he is saying, आप आके दर्शन तो दे दिए, और इसके बाद हमको बाहरी धन कनक वस्तु आहार रूपी क्लेश नहीं होना चाहिए, शारीरिक मानसिक क्लेश भी नहीं होना चाहिए, और मन में रहने वाला विद्या राग द्वेष आदि स्पिरिचुअल क्लेश भी नहीं होना चाहिए. So he is in fact in a humble way demanding, commanding the Lord, you give darshan, don't go empty, remove our kleshas. All arthika klesha, vyavaharika klesha, sambandhis klesha, मानसिक क्लेश, विद्या रूपी क्लेश, क्लेश को अगर जनरली कष्ट की बात मीनिंग दोगे तो all these kleshas we are going through, all O Lord remove. So to the yogic klesha of avidya raga dvesha vinivesha, vedantic klesha of avidya kama karma, please remove. And bhakti bhasha mein klesha are ahankara and mamakara. These two are the obstructions in bhakti. So when they dropped, bhakti becomes natural. They are the kleshas. Then the kleshas of sharira, all the jara, roga, mrityu and all. ये सब कष्ट जो होते हैं, ये क्लेश सारे आपके दर्शन तक ही रहेंगे. एक बार दर्शन हो गया उनका अंत हो जाता है. एतदंतो हि नृणाम क्लेशानाम क्लेशा यद भवान अक्षिगोचरः. Okay. In this way, our great SHRUTHA has done his stuti and waiting for the Lord's instruction. The year, now the verse number 50, 51, 52 और 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 60 है क्या? 59 only. These 10 slokas are Bhagavan's teachings. Very, very beautiful, very, very powerful. दो चार आज देखेंगे, बाकी कल देखकर we'll enter into 87 chapter. So then Shri Shukha Uvacha सुखदेव जी इज टेलिंग परीक्षित जी को कि तदुक्तम इति उपाकर्ण्य भगवान प्रणतार्थिः गृहीत्वा पाणिना पाणिं प्रहसन्स्तमुवाचः. Same what Lord did to Bahulashwa, to Shrutadeva also doing same. Ki tad uktam iti tad uktam upakaranya. In this way, it means in this way, tad uktam spoken by the Shrutadeva, upakaranya कान से पूरी तरह से ध्यान से सब सुन समझकर भगवान replied. Who is the Bhagavan? Pranata Artiha. The one who have surrendered, their Arati Bhagavan removes. Both are in Artha. Samsari also is an Arti, Sadhaka also is an Arti. Samsari's Arti is the non-availability of Artha Kama and suffering at the body-mind level. The Adhyatmika Sadhaka's Arti is not able to withdraw from all the avidya and kleshas and is not able to focus on the absolute truth. So, दोनों के आरतियों को भगवान अगर प्रणाम करने से दूर करते हैं, अगर प्रणाम करें तो प्रणत आरतिहा. Beautiful, no? These are the simple looking words in which Sara treasure is kept. The treasure we have to hunt out and take out. Any spiritual arti we have, worldly arti we have, Haran Lord will do when we do Pranati, the surrender to Him. That's the meaning of Artanam, Artyantaram, Bhitanam, Bhitanashanam, Dishadam, Kaladandam, Tam Ramachandra Mameham, or Gita mein how many times he has given Yogaksham Vahami Kaho, or Moksheshyami Mahashacha Kaho. All of them are telling us, I will remove your arti. Pranata artiha. So be conscious right now, be alert right now to grasp this thought that whether we have the worldly arti or spiritual arti, if we do the surrender to the Lord through upasana and prayers, Lord removes that arti. With this faith, let us, as a curative for the existing artis, preventive for the future artis, let us find the medicine of God's grace by doing pranati to Him. That is upasana prarthana. हे भगवान, हमारे इस आध्यात्मिक शास्त्र अध्ययन काल में, साधना काल में, मुक्ति मिलने तक कोई भी ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन रूपी आरती ना होवे. Please make our this journey smooth and wonderfully riding, traveling. We have done the pranati, then He will ensure it. Wonderful, na? Pranata artiha Bhagavan upakarnya, having very carefully heard whatever spoken by Shrutadeva ji. Then see that beautiful gesture of God. It is happening from then onwards, nothing new now. Gruhitva panina panim. Bhagavan held the hands of Shrutadeva with his own hands. है ना, मैंने आपके दूसरे हाथ अपने हाथ में लेते हैं, आप उसका अर्थ क्या है, आप प्रतिज्ञा कर रहे हो. You are giving the assurance. है ना, both ways. It is a request also, it is an assurance also. When I request, that time also बोलते हैं आपका हाथ नहीं पाओ समझो, मैं आपको इस हेल्प के लिए रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ. That type also. And the other person also, he holds them. No, I am with you, don't worry, you will be taken care. So here Shrutadeva holding the feet of God, Bhagavan is holding the hands of Shrutadeva. Iti gruhitva panina panim. Look in Bhagavad, at least 7-8 places it comes. But Bhagavan takes the hand of the Bhakta in his own hands and then assures. Such a cute topic it is. अक्रूर जी को, उद्धव जी को भगवान ना हाथ को अपने हाथ में लेकर, युधिष्ठिर जी को, पांडवों को, and at least some 20-30 cases we have seen. उनके हाथ अपने हाथ में लेने का. वाह, गृहीत्वा पाणिना पाणिम प्रहसन, with a cute smile, tam uvacha, to him he spoke. And these slokas from 51 to end of the chapter are very, very essential for us, for being practical, sincere in our sadhana. नहीं छोड़ना उसको. Let us do one shloka. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan is saying. What is he saying? Brahman te nugraharthaya sampraptan vidyamun munina sancharanti maya lokanu Unantah Padarenubihi. This is ultimate shloka. I have to really pause here till the whole thought goes inside. As we explained yesterday, as an introduction to this topic, Bhagwan coming as an avatar is not permanent, he goes back. Then who should help the people who are there on the earth, sadhakas? Bhagwan key representatives. Who are they? The Rishi Muni, Sadhu Santa, Jnani Bhaktas. Therefore, Bhagwan is doing their publicity here. Just like the big central ministry leaders during the election campaign time come to the local constituencies and अपने पार्टी के कैंडिडेट को वो प्रमोट करके जाते हैं कि नहीं. He is such a good person and we will from the center also send all supports etc. Therefore इनको आप वोट डालो. We do the campaigning. No, here Bhagavan is doing campaigning for the Rishi Muni Guru because it's the truth. And we don't understand it because we see them acting as we are physically outside. So Bhagavan is clarifying, my representatives are these Rishi Muni. You just have to get their blessings all the time. Here, particularly, their present arrival, about with them they came now, all the Rishi Muni. Generally, they're always spread over this world, any period of history. So you go to them and get guided for both your Vyavaharik Jivanam, Adhyatmika Moksha Sadhana. So Bhagavan says कि हे ब्रह्मन, he is addressing Shrutadeva as Brahman because the Brahman only. कि ते अनुग्रहार्थाय to bless you what you have asked right now ना, उन सब चीजों में blessing आपको देने के लिए ही संप्राप्तान विद्धि अमोन मुनीन. Just understand these munis have come only to bless you. अमोन मुनीन ते अनुग्रहार्थाय संप्राप्तान इति विद्धि. Just know these munis have come to bless you. Jay Jagajangama Tirtharaju, Jo Jagajangama Tirtharaju, these Rishi Munis, such as we told you, if you remember some 15 days back, having transcended with all the difficulties, sadhanas, every of the upadhi, and establishing in the bliss of Brahman is so ecstatic. Again coming back to the upadhi level and functioning from that is so bigger than the biggest. I told you it is called as great sacrifice. महाअद्भुत त्याग है उन जीवन मुक्तों का कि उपाधियों में रहकर हमारे लेवल पे आकर हमको उस परमात्मा की तरफ मोड़ने का, लिफ्ट करने का वो कोशिश जो करते हैं. आउट ऑफ 100% realized Mahatmas, 90% of them reluctant, they never want to take any of the upadhis again to come back and help. Only 10% only are there who are extra kind and compassionate, remembering their days of struggle, at which time the gurus have guided with patience. Therefore, these have come to bless you. And what they do? Lokan sancharanti. They move in this whole world. Maya means keeping me in their heart. While doing sancharana in the loka, what do they do? Punanta padarenumihi. With the dust of their feet, they purify the places and things and people wherever they go. Same Mudamangalamaya Samajo, Jo Jagajangama Tiratarajo. Remember, like in all other examples I am telling you with little profit orientation, these saints and sages without any profit. This is only difference. Otherwise, like घर के सामने सब्जी बेचने वाले आते हैं, कपड़े बेचने वाले आते हैं, प्लास्टिक सामान बेचने वाले आते हैं, आते कि नहीं, फल बेचने वाले आए हैं, बच्चों के खाने खिलौने वाले. They come giving those things to us, of course, with profit margin, which is their livelihood. Same way, sometimes the councillors of that council, they come, ward members, ward council, or maybe the DM will come, or the police team may make a round. All the medical teams may make their own camps, or even big ministers, they make a daura. They all do this thing with their selfish powerness of getting some profit or getting powers. But आ तो रहे हैं कि नहीं? In the same way, in the subtle as well as gross form, these Santa Samajo Mudamangalamaya, O Log Jangam Tiratraj, they keep on moving. They won't stay at one place, keep on moving. For what sake? Sancharanti Punantaha Lokan. Padarenumi. By purifying the whole world with the dust of their feet, they keep on moving. Mayasaha, keeping me in their hearts. Such way they have come now today to you, came to bless you. Therefore, do upasana to them more and get the blessings and get liberated. That's what is Bhagavan's order to this Shrutha and also Bahulashwa. And they do so. And it is said, both of them, while doing this, Kaya Vacha Manasa as said by God, the Upasana and Upadesha Prapti. Upasana doing, getting the Upadesha from the saint sages, they experience the Brahma Tattva, they get Mukta from their Jiva Bhava, Dehatadhatmya, Samsara in the Jagat. So those 4-5 slokas we'll do tomorrow. Having done this, we'll enter into the 87th chapter where the Vedas do the stuti of Bhagavan Krishna Narayana. ब्यूटीफुल चैप्टर, बिग श्लोक होंगे उसमें, पढ़ेंगे उसको. आज यहाँ रोकते हैं. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. ओम भूर्भुवः प्राणाय पानाय व्यानाय उदानाय ब्रह्मणि मध्यम अंगत नीराजनं दर्शयामि. ओम. ओम नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्य जगन मोहन कृष्ण बालगोपाल वेणुगानलोल वेदांत वेद्य नवनीत चोर भक्तजनाधार परम दयावाद गीतामृतात परम योगेश पासाद रूप कृष्णारुमंगलम तत्र सूर्यमतारकं नेमावि नारायणाय द्वेवासुदेव मंगलम श्री गुरुक्षेत्र क्षिवाण भासाद मंगलम गुरुदेव आप ब्रह्मलोकाधिकारी में गुरुवाद. और श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण दिव्य शास्त्र की जय. श्री वेद व्यास सुखदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. शुभम. Back in 3 minutes to study Adhyatma Ramayana.